Right then, if you run a shooting range, you've almost certainly got a website. But here's the thought. Is it just sitting there, taking up space on the internet? Or is it actually out there, day and night, bringing in business for you? Today, we're going to look at how to turn that website from a simple online brochure into your most valuable, hardest working employee.
So, let's start with a straight question, shall we? Is your website truly hitting the mark? I mean, does it bring in new shooters, make life easier for your regulars, and actually save you time? Over the next few minutes, we're going to cover exactly why your website is so vital, what non-negotiable features it absolutely has to have, and, crucially, how to make sure potential customers can find it in the first place. Right? Let's get started.
I want you to think about your best member of staff for a moment. Got them in your head? Now imagine they worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never called in sick, and could talk to hundreds of customers all at once. Well, that's what your website should be. It's not just a page, it really is your digital front door. You see, for most people looking for a range, your website is their first impression of you. Think about it. Before they've even had a chance to smell the cordite or chat with your friendly staff, they've already formed an opinion based on what they see online. It sets the entire tone for their experience, for better or for worse. And the brilliant thing is how all these points feed into each other. A great site makes you more visible on Google, right? Which in turn attracts new customers. A professional design then boasts your credibility, making those new people trust you. It streamlines your whole operation with things like online booking, which saves you a ton of admin time. And finally, it gives you a central hub for all your marketing. It's a proper virtuous circle, really. Right then, let's aim for the real target. What actually works? A website is only as good as the tools it provides, after all. So, let's have a look at the essential features every gun club website needs in its online armory. First up, an online booking system. Honestly, this is a total game changer. It means a potential customer can book a lane at 11 o'clock at night while they're sitting on the sofa. And it stops your staff from being permanently glued to the phone. You know, it's about turning that, "oh, I'll call them tomorrow," into "done, I've just booked." Next, and this is non-negotiable, it has to be mobile-friendly. The vast majority of people are looking you up on their phones, probably while they're out and about. If they have to pinch and zoom and squint just to find your opening times, they're just going to give up and go somewhere else. In today's world, a site that doesn't work on mobile is, frankly, just not good enough. And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? Professional photos of your clean, well-lit range, your top-notch equipment, maybe even some happy customers, they build trust, and they justify your pricing before a visitor has even read a single word. It shows you're a serious, professional outfit. Now, this is absolutely crucial, and it all comes back to trust. For both nervous first-timers and seasoned shooters, seeing a clear, easy-to-find section on your safety rules is massively reassuring. It instantly shows you're a professional operation that takes their well-being seriously, and that is fundamental in this industry. Now, here's where things get interesting. You know you need all these features, but how do you actually get them? Do you roll up your sleeves and try to build it yourself, or do you bring in the professionals? This is a really critical decision every business owner has to face. So let's break this down. A DIY site, using one of those template builders, is cheaper up front. There's no doubt about it. But the trade-off is your time, and believe me, a lot of it. A professional agency costs more initially, but they handle everything. The design is completely custom, and it's built from the ground up to be found on Google. And crucially, they also provide ongoing support for when things inevitably go a bit sideways.
And really, it all just boils down to this, doesn't it? It's the fundamental trade-off, time versus money. You just have to ask yourself, what is your time worth? Is it better spent wrestling with a website builder, or is it better spent actually running your branch and looking after your customers?
Okay, let's pull the trigger on this next insight. Having the world's best website is completely pointless if nobody can find it, and that's where SEO comes in. Now don't worry, it's not nearly as scary or as technical as it sounds. This is all SEO really is. It's simply the art and science of telling Google, "Hello, we're a shooting range, we're right here, and we're exactly what this person is looking for." When you get this right, the customers come to you. Simple as that. And you can really break it down into 3 pretty manageable steps. First, figure out what terms people are actually typing into Google. Those are your keywords. Second, make sure those keywords appear naturally throughout your website. And third, master local SEO by getting your club listed on things like Google Maps. It's a process, but it's a very achievable one. All right, let's move on. We're going to run through a few common misfires now. These are the simple mistakes that can undo all of your hard work and drive potential customers away in a heartbeat. First up, the cluttered, confusing design. You know the type. If a visitor lands on your page and is immediately bombarded with flashing text, 10 different menus, and no clear path to what they want, well, they're gone. Just like that. In web design, simplicity and clarity are your absolute best friends.
Misfire number 2 is a slow website. We live in an incredibly impatient world. If your page takes more than a couple of seconds to load, I mean literally, 1,000, 1,000, most people will just hit the back button. It really is as brutal as that.
And finally, outdated information. Honestly, there is nothing that frustrates a potential customer more than driving all the way to your range only to find your opening hours were changed 6 months ago. It's a surefire way to lose their trust and their business. So that brings us to the end. Your website has enormous potential. It really does. It could be your very best salesperson. The only question left is, what's the first improvement you're going to make? What's your website's next target? Keep your site sharp and see you in the next one.